The moon hung low, veiled by thick, moving clouds. Mariah Johnson's car hummed quietly as it coasted down a deserted highway, headlights cutting weak beams into the endless dark. Her eyes flicked between the road and the rearview mirror. Behind her, twin lights had followed for miles. Too steady, too deliberate. Patel, her attorney, sat in tense silence beside her. He knew. She knew. They weren't alone anymore. The USB Reese had handed them earlier sat between them, glowing faintly under the dash light like some forbidden relic. Mariah's hands tightened on the wheel. "We shouldn't have this," Patel muttered. Mariah didn't answer. She couldn't. She just drove faster. The room smelled of burnt coffee and stale air as Mariah leaned over the laptop, eyes scanning the decrypted files from the USB. Patel paced behind her, chewing the side of his thumb anxiously. Click, click, click. Each file painted a story uglier than the last. Not just Judge Rowe, multiple judges, DA's offices, even state politicians, emails with cold words, priority sentencing targets, expedite convictions on Class 3. Media silence guaranteed. Mariah's face hardened, her throat tightened. They weren't just biased, she whispered. They were organized, profiting from convictions. The weight of it crushed the room. Patel stopped pacing. "Mariah, this isn't about your case anymore." She met his eyes. No fear, just cold resolve. "Then we burn them all." But as the words left her mouth, thud, 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 a pounding knock at the door. Patel froze. "Who?" Thud, thud, thud. "Patel, it's Lila. Open up." Relief washed over them. Lila, Patel's sister, a local reporter. Patel rushed to open the door, but as it creaked open, Lila's body collapsed inside. Face bloodied, barely conscious. On her torn jacket, a pinned note. "Stop, or next time, it's your family." Lila's voice was hoarse, barely a whisper. "It's bigger than Roe, much bigger." Mariah leaned in, hanging on every word. "I was digging into the court system. There's something called Project Gatekeeper, tied to private prison investments. The more convictions, the higher the payouts." Patel's face went pale. "They're making money from ruining lives." Lila nodded weakly. Roe was their frontman, but the one running everything? They call him the architect. Mariah's eyes narrowed. "Who is he?" Lila shook her head. "No name. Only whispers. People disappear when they get too close." Mariah looked down at Lila's bruised face. Enough was enough. "Then let them come. I'm done hiding." Mariah and Patel agreed. The files had to go public. But to do that, they needed leverage. They arranged a secret meeting with a powerful local news anchor, a man with nothing to lose and everything to prove. But as they waited inside the cold, hollow space, a strange noise echoed. Click, click, click. Patel's head snapped up. "Security cameras," he whispered. Mariah scanned the ceiling. Red lights blinked down at them. "No surveillance." Crash. The side door slammed open. Armed men in suits poured in, masked, faceless. Mariah and Patel were surrounded in seconds. "No escape." A man stepped forward. Unlike the others, he was calm, polished, smiling faintly, tall, pale, wearing a silver pin. He spoke softly, like a teacher to unruly students. "You've come far, Miss Johnson. Too far." Mariah's throat tightened. She knew without asking. The architect circled them slowly, hands behind his back. "This all started because you wanted justice. Noble." He gestured at the USB on the table. "But justice is subjective. Our system runs on efficiency, on control. People like Roe, replaceable. People like you." He paused in front of Mariah. Disruptive. Mariah's jaw clenched, but she refused to look away. "You threaten my children, my friends, and expect me to back down?" The architect leaned closer, his voice venomous. "No, Ms. Johnson. I expect you to disappear." Without warning, he nodded to his men. They advanced, guns raising. Mariah's breath caught, but at the last moment. Boom, boom, boom. Gunfire erupted from the shadows. The masked men fell. Chaos exploded. Mariah ducked as Patel dragged her behind cover. Through the smoke, figures emerged, armed agents, wearing federal jackets. FBI, drop your weapons. The architect's calm facade cracked. He ran. Mariah pushed through the smoke, eyes searching. But the architect was gone, slipped away in the confusion. Patel grabbed her arm. We have the files, we have witnesses, and now we have the government watching. This is our chance. Mariah's face darkened. No relief. No triumph. No. She turned back toward the darkness, where the architect vanished. Until he's in handcuffs, none of us are safe. As sirens wailed in the distance and dawn broke across the skyline, Mariah knew the real war had just begun. To be continued. Part 3. The hunter becomes the hunted. Mariah vows to expose the architect, but at what cost?